Hey everyone, here to share a little more about some of the features in the AutoScheduler Warehouse Decision Agent. We've seen users come through and use the agent to ask it a multitude of different questions around warehousing, but one use case surfaced and thought it'd be pertinent to share with the rest of y'all. In this case, a user came up and was like, what do I need to do to solve my particular scheduling? And they're not connected to their WMS yet. So it's a function of how can the agent help them get through that. So for example, they may ask, can you give me a template with column headers for the data I need to schedule my loads? And so the agent will then go about it. And so the agent responded with, these are the things we'd need. The agent is doing the solution design, if you will, for what this person may be asking. And it wants us to confirm that we do want to go ahead and make the file. So now the agent has given us a file. So the user has asked the agent, hey, what do you need from me to help me answer this problem about scheduling my loads? And so the agent said, hey, let me make a file for you. You fill it out, and then I'll let you know what you need. So the agent makes a file. The user can download the file, and then after he fills it out himself, he can then go in here and upload the file. Here is the data. Boom. And so as the agent's processing the data, it'll come back with some more questions. Okay, what was your shift hours today? How many workers? Average rate per worker, and so on and so forth. And so I gave it some shift times, and then I asked it, how many workers do I need? The data set was for September 10th, so I asked it for September 10th. And then I asked it to look up the average, pallets per hour for CPG warehouse. I told it how many dock doors we have and said, let's just pretend it's September 10th for the sake of today's demo to match the data. All right, as you can see, it came back and gave me a summary confirming it did receive the data properly. I can double check that in the file. Then I'll go through, okay, I asked it for what some good work rates are. It give that to me, a higher rate, lower rate, depending on that, how many workers we'd need. And then it asked me if I wanted to break down by hour. Yeah, I do. Let's say, yes, please give a visual breakdown by hour. And here it gives the visual breakdown. It chose to do a bar chart, and then it went through total pallets and load count. So it gives me an idea of what the activity is going to be throughout the day for this particular data set. So this is obviously just one example of how a person has a particular problem in their mind. They ask the agent can then brainstorm different ways to come up with it, return back the data it would need to solve it, generate a template for the person can fill it out, upload it, and then start talking to it. So this is for the people, you may not be connected to your WMS with the agent. This is a way to get around that and use the free agent to really its full abilities. Thanks.